Hi everyone, it's Chrissy from firstdayofhome.com, and I couldn't be more thrilled to finally bring you my craft room makeover reveal. This is part 2 of a series. In my first video, we purchased IKEA furniture, and it helped me start to get some of my craft supplies organized. Well, in this video, I'll be taking you from start to finish as we redo all of the walls and start to get into the nitty-gritty of getting all of my craft supplies organized. Ready to take a look? Let's go inside. Just as a reminder, this is what the room looked like before the makeover. It used to be our guest room and it had brown walls and just was kind of a small space, so I couldn't fit a ton of stuff in here, but it had a lot of potential. And this is how I was organizing my craft supplies. Very messy. The first thing I tackled was a wall makeover. The brown walls just weren't doing it for me. I really wanted something brighter. So in my last video, I asked you which of these 3 wallpapers you liked the best. The reviews were really mixed, so I'll show you in a second what I picked out. To prep the wall for wallpaper, I had to get rid of the orange peel texture. I hired some help to do this because it does involve applying a paste first and then sanding it down, and with my asthma, I can't be around all of that dust. After the wall was sanded and the texture removed, I just had to apply one quick coat of primer and then I was all ready to move on to the next step. Trying to choose a paint color to go with the wallpaper was really tough. All of these aqua colors look really similar, so I bought a few samples, tried them out until I finally settled on this color. I'll be sure to link to this paint in the description box below. I really fell in love with it and it only took one coat, which is really good. Okay, I won't leave you in suspense anymore. This is the wallpaper I chose, number 3. I know it's really subtle, but I wanted something that was gonna be really versatile and not overpowering with all of my craft supplies. I love the tropical vibe that this wallpaper has. It kind of reminds me of Tommy Bahama. It's very soothing. And just in case you're wondering, this type of wallpaper is removable, but I don't plan to remove it anytime soon. The only challenge with pretty wallpaper is not wanting to nail holes in it, so we came up with a unique idea using a frame rail as a way to hang art. So bear with me, I know this gets a little into the weeds, but we went to Lowe's and bought a metal rod that we then attached to a piece of crown molding, like what you would see around a ceiling. So we cut those down to size to create something we could sandwich in between the 2 Billy bookcases, and you'll see what I mean. So we suspended this rail between the 2 Billy bookcases in the craft room, and now this gives me the flexibility to hang up to 9 different pieces of art without nailing any holes in my wallpaper wall. With the walls finally done, it was time to start filling out the Billy bookcases with some shelf storage. I went to the Container Store to get some inspiration, and boy, do they have a lot of baskets. I thought these were really cute, but I really wanted to get some things that were functional and more office-like, so I felt like the Big Zo line of products was perfect for my Billy bookcases, and I bought a few different items to arrange on the shelves. I love these little drawers and the polka dot pattern. It's also really nice that you can label everything. I did end up buying this cute basket to hold all of my knitting items. Did I tell you I just recently took up knitting? I also bought some of these magazine holders to hold some of my watercolor supplies and other papers. Yes, I want to learn watercolor too. The great thing about these bookcase doors is that they hide a lot of clutter. I do have it organized by type of craft, like resin items over here. I have some of my flower pressing items in these bins, and then a few watercolor supplies, which I hope to use someday. The other shelves have kind of miscellaneous items like some mosaic tiles, and I do love these bins, so I will talk more about those in another video. But I did also find these other plastic bins that fit perfectly in the Billy bookcase. They are the exact right length, so I'll link to those below. On the other Billy bookcase, I kind of mirrored some of the same items, just in different sizes and patterns. So I have some cardstock, some fabric scraps, and then kind of a bin that I haven't filled up yet that will fit hopefully catalogs and just other papers that I have. Down below, I finally have some of my Cricut tools and materials organized. This is still a little bit of a work in progress, but I do feel like now I have a place for fabric scraps, wood crafts. This little bin helped me finally separate all of my little wood beads. So it's a great start. I'm sure I'll keep organizing this as I go along, but I'm feeling a lot better already. Now you might remember from my last video that I had quite a few Kallax storage units that I put in, so I wanted to fill those cubes in the best way possible. I talked a little bit last time about the doors and drawers that I put in that were a great start, but one thing I wanted was paper storage bins. Fortunately for me, my handy husband was able to DIY these paper storage bins, and then we used inserts that we cut down from the same material as pegboards. So this allowed me to organize all of my cardstock and other scrapbook paper pads like this one. Raise your hand if you can't pass up a good scrapbook paper deal. I feel like I've collected so many over the years, I really needed this organization. The other thing I needed was fabric storage, so I cut down pieces of cardboard into little squares and then folded all of my fabric scraps around these. I don't know about you, but I had so many pieces of fabric in different places, so for the smaller fabric scraps I did the same thing, just using smaller pieces of cardboard, and as you may have seen, I put them in a basket on my Billy bookcase shelf, and it actually looks like cute decor as well. The other nice thing is you can keep the care instructions together with the fabric. I'm loving the way the center Kallax unit has come together. For additional storage, I also used some baskets and bins. These collapsible baskets are really great and they fit perfectly inside the Kallax. I also purchased these clips that allow me to label and organize all of the baskets. So this is a look at one side of my craft desk, which is a Kallax unit, and I stored some vinyl rolls and craft supplies and then had some drawer inserts for the rest. There are so many different ways to store vinyl rolls. This is kind of a temporary solution. If you have a favorite way, then drop me a line in the comments and let me know what it is. I also used one of the other door units in my other Kallax to store some infusible ink sheets and some other vinyl rolls. I can't resist a good Target dollar spot find, and these little tins were so cute I decided to customize them with my Cricut so I could keep my glue sticks organized. Next came drawer storage. So I found these plastic bins for some of the smaller drawers that fit in the Kallax section, and it just allowed me to organize some of my different office supplies, things like glitter that tend to be very disorganized. I also found great bins that I'll link to below for jewelry. These are the same ones I used for my mosaics, but I love that you can change the different compartment sizes to fit whatever supplies you have. Some of those bins were perfect for ribbon storage as well, so I finally have my ribbons organized and all color coordinated. I feel like no craft room is complete without a craft cart. I don't know if you have one of these, but I love this for storing all of my different acrylic paints. I have chalk paints on top, wax paints kind of to the side in the middle, and then fabric paints up front. How fun is this fabric paint, by the way? I think I need to do something with that. I also have some Mod Podges on bottom, and so I kind of know where everything is, and I use this craft cart whenever I'm crafting something. For a final touch, I thought I'd add a little bit of lighting in the Billy bookcases. I found these wireless lights but didn't love the white color, so I thought I'd use a little bit of this gold paint to add some glam factor and also go along with the frame rail. I just put one at the top for now, but I could see myself using these little lights in a lot of places. The best part? Remote control. And I thought this wall needed one final touch. So after starting here with a brown room that used to be our guest bedroom, moving all of the furniture out, buying IKEA furniture, and moving from storing my craft supplies in random bins and boxes, just cluttered all over the place, it feels really good now to walk into this room, and feel like it's bright and happy. It's really become my happy crafting space, and I hope this inspires you to find a spot in your home. It doesn't have to be big. You just need to organize it well and make it your own happy place too. So if you like this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. I hope you'll stick around and subscribe to watch for more, and I'll see you back here next time.